everybody, and welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me is my co-host,
Chris Weir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back, Nasty Nation. Welcome to the Fart Dungeon.
Ooh, the stinky cellar, baby.
We're here.
We're here, and we're aging them, dude. They're stuck, and you can start to see formations where it's like, oh, that was a nice one from July of 2023.
It's like constellations, but with bits of corn and fart fragments. Hey, we always started it off with it's the worst possible way. We try to get you to tune in and shut off immediately.
Yeah, we just want you to hit play and then disassociate.
Uh-huh.
So then you're like, oh, they're talking about their butts again. We haven't even gotten to baseball. We're not going to for a while. See how long they talk about farts and how much it stinks. And now they're adding stains and a new visual.
Like how you skip ahead like 15 seconds when most people are doing their reads. Ours is just getting through like our initial like fart jokes before we can actually start the actual podcast.
Yeah, dude, we just got to get them out of our system. So that way when we like are pitching facts and knowledge over here, we're taken seriously.
Exactly.
And so you could just want to damage the credibility immediately and then build it right back up.
Yeah, it's a little bit of oil and vinegar situation here. That's what we're trying to do.
And then the Reds news is just the French bread that you're dipping in, swirling it around. You know, it's the good stuff.
It's the jus in there.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty good, man. I went to the Commonwealth Sanctuary in Dayton, Kentucky. That was awesome. If you guys have not been there yet, you got to check it out. They're going to have some awesome comics coming up all throughout this year. But I was there with friend of the pod, Phil Pointer.
Yeah, buddy.
Enemy of the pod, John Holmes.
Ooh. Did you say enemy of the pod?
Yeah. We got to start having enemies. We need to lay down some lines, and I feel very confident with that one.
He really hates that we do this because then it's just, he's like, man, they're taking time out of their lives that they could be spending with me. Mm-hmm. So he hates it. He's an enemy.
Yeah, no, it was an awesome time. Great turnout. Crowd was so much fun. And then we got to do, everyone had a good set. It was awesome. It's what you want to have. I ran into some friends from high school, a few that I haven't seen in a bit. One I hadn't seen in a while. And one thing he asked me, he's like, hey, did you know this about me? And he goes, pulls down to his pant leg, pulls it up. He's missing a leg.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he got rid of a leg since I'd last seen him. Apparently motorcycle accident, which is, I mean, that fits for the character of individual that he was. He was just a wild guy. Nice dude. Played sports with him.
Yeah.
But he had like one of those really nice legs. And I was selling my stickers. It was a great leg, let me tell you, buddy. It was a high price, top shelf carbon fiber leg.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. It had like pistons and everything. It was great.
Whoa. Did it have a pull start? It was a remote start?
Yeah, it was a gas start. It was like that 2 thing where you had like an equal mix of oil and gasoline. It was awful indoors.
2-stroke leg.
2-stroke. That's what it was. A 2-stroke leg. But he was wanting to. I sell stickers, and he was wanting to take the sticker and put it on his carbon fiber leg. Yeah. And I told him that is amazing, but maybe don't. Because that's not the first time actually someone has with a fake leg has wanted to put like a sticker of mine like on like there, but like I would feel so bad because it's not like a fucking, you know, if it's on there, that's gonna ruin it. It's the most expensive like leg he has. I don't want it to get ruined with this sticker. It's like it's hilarious now, but in the morning you wake up like, what the fuck is this monkey sticker on this thing that I had to have like a government subsidized so I can afford this? This is like $10,000.
Well, it's not. It might be a fake leg to us, but it's a real leg to him.
Yeah.
So we'll start there. But again, like, okay, I knew a dude who had a fake leg, and his whole thing was like he had it painted FCC colors, and like was a super fan, known as the FCC gnome.
Okay.
In the circles during the USL days, and that was like his whole thing. I guess they just treat their legs like Stanley tumblers.
Oh, yeah?
Just slapping stickers on. Like, I just remember the little things in life, except for the big one that I'm missing.
Just add accessories to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bedazzled my carbon fiber leg. It's real nice.
Got metal straws on the side of it.
Yeah. When he came up and he pulled up his pants, did you just start singing, well, I'm half the man I used to be?
Looked like a magic trick at first. I was like, well, man, he got a really skinny leg there. Oh, no, it's gone.
It's gone.
Cool shoe.
Cool shoe.
No, but he was awesome. I'm glad he came out, and he had a great time, dude. But I'll think about just thinking about another loss of limb story here. The first dude that I knew, and we were kids. Like, this is probably like first grade, going to like an after school program. He was missing a leg from like a little bit below like the knee down, and so he had like that like plastic kind of fake one he'd slide on, and he used to do this where he would take it off and lay down on the ground like sprawled out with his leg like way far away, and be like, ah! Dude was hilarious.
That's so great. My buddy Corey, who I grew up with, he was the best man in our wedding. He is left hand. He's missing all of these. And so what he used to do on the bus when new kids would come on when he was a kid is he'd bring ketchup, put it on there, put it in the seat crack, and be like, oh my God, my hand's stuck. Oh my God. And then pull it and be like, oh my God, what happened? He's a legend. He'd always do the thing where like he'd like close the door and close it on there and be like, oh my God, I've got the cut off of my finger. Like, top shelf gags.
Dude, that's great.
See, if you got that, you got to lean into it. And so I'm like, any type of missing limb vaudeville-like comedy, give it to me every day.
Give me those nubs, baby. Give me those silent nubs.
Imagine how much funnier Mr. Bean would be if he was missing an arm.
Oh, that'd be great. I mean, he does like his finger point thing, but there's just a nub coming at you.
The gas would be even better if he's falling down the stairs and one of the legs goes the other way. It's just fantastic. Oh, buddy, that's awesome.
Yeah, now we already got into the conversations about limbs and stuff like that. This is not on paper.
This episode doesn't even have a leg to stand on.
Hey, come on now.
I couldn't resist that one.
I know, we're a little off balanced here. Sorry.
Hey,
all right.
Come on. That's
all right,
fantastic.
stop. Let's move on to plantar fasciitis.
Yeah. Well, we talked about missing legs, fingers. We did not talk about missing arms in general, so that's the only other thing you could be missing.
Very true. And you know what? The Reds do not have a problem with missing arms.
They don't. Or hands. Abbott. There we go. Oh, fun stuff. So the show was great. You got to treat a guy's leg like a Yeti tumbler.
Yes. I personalized his leg. Yeah, no, it was a great time. Everyone had fun. Go out, support Commonwealth Sanctuary.
Yeah, it's the best.
What about you? What'd you have going on?
I just got a text. Oh boy, that's hilarious, from Danny Rocket.
Yeah,
I guess a frenemy of the pod.
Yeah, we'll take that.
A frenemy, because he has the Cubs podcast. Cubs Fest was this weekend.
Yeah.
And they had a panel with Cubs players and with multiple where they'd have Q&As. And every single one of them said that their least favorite place to play was Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Did they give a reason?
No, he just texted me. I don't know if there is a reason. Okay.
I feel like there's got to be something. I understand, like, maybe if you aren't familiar with this city, there's not a plethora of things in your face immediately to do.
There's so much to do here.
Yeah, you just got to kind of know. You got to know which way the stinky river winds and how to waddle.
Stinky river winds. Okay. How can you say that playing here is worse than Milwaukee?
Yeah, I'd figure Milwaukee, especially too, like early on in the season and towards the end, it's got to be pretty, like the temperature wise, a bit unbearable.
Yeah,
and we got more stuff to do than Milwaukee, I figure.
Well, Milwaukee is a big city; they do have a lot to do. But my thing is basic location. When you're playing out in Milwaukee, you're like a 20-minute drive from the downtown area.
Oh, okay.
Unlike with Cincinnati, when you walk out of the ballpark, bam, there's all this stuff to do downtown.
Yeah, and if you're staying have to stay like on the banks or something, everything you need. I mean, granted, it's not like the greatest stuff, but you need everything you need is within a walking distance.
Also, St. Louis, you walk out of the ballpark. If you go right instead of going left, you have a very good you have a very good chance of getting shot.
Yeah. Or struck by a car. Yeah.
Well, not even struck by a car. They're like number 1 or 2 in murder rate in the United States. Yeah,
and they throw out this vibe where it's just like, oh, it's very happy-go-lucky, perfect, Pleasantville town. Except if you go over there, it just immediately gets into black and white.
Immediately, it's a little sketchy. Yeah. You could get shot, but then if you go this way and you walk into the ballpark, you can hear the fans scream slurs.
Yeah, in color.
In Panavision. Oh my God. Yeah, no, that doesn't make it. I guess. I mean, it's easy to shit on Cincinnati, I guess.
Oh, it for sure is. I mean, we get a lot of. I feel like we take a lot of cheap shots with the chili, and also Cincinnati. It's kind of a fun, punchline word. Cincinnati. Also, the rivalry too. I think there might have been a bit of bias thrown in there.
Oh, of course. I mean, that rivalry is pretty heavy, and I think it goes back to like A. Eugenio calling it out and being like at every Reds Fest or any Q&A, just being like, I hate the Cubs. I want to beat the Cubs. I fucking hate the Cubs. And it's like, yeah, dude, this is what we need more of.
Yeah, exactly. So that could be what's percolating through their clubhouse. So I mean, whatever. I welcome it.
Yeah, I'm on board. So, now we just need to find a way when the Cubs come here, we make it even more uncomfortable for them to stay.
Okay, we can do that. We should start up some bed bugs. We'll get like a new strain of bed bugs happening, and we'll get them ready for. We'll just find out wherever they're sleeping and whatever hotel we'll go there.
Okay, we can do that. I can tell you off air where that is.
Okay, that's fine.
Great.
Give them fiberglass sheets. We'll make it real unpleasant.
Speaking of unpleasant, a couple months ago, I bought some stink bombs on Amazon.
For real?
Yeah, I got about 20 stink bombs in my office.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little glass ones.
What's going to happen?
Okay, so...
Or am I going to find out?
You're not going to find out. I'm not going to bring them down here to the fart dungeon.
Okay, it's a waste.
Yeah, I'm not trying to match the aesthetic we're building here.
Yeah, that's just going to make it smell a little bit better.
Yeah, the ambiance and vibes.
It's going to throw off the pH. It's all that's going to happen.
You know what will actually happen is all those stains will start to melt right off.
Yeah.
They'll just treat it like it's paint thinner or a primer. I don't know. I own a house. I don't know how to do shit. So I bought these stink bombs because my buddy Graham moved in a couple blocks away from me.
Okay.
And around the corner from us, about like a fourth of a mile, is Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
Okay. And no, we're not far right chucking them at.
I was going to say, am I ready to find out something real hurtful?
Yeah. No, we're not going to be chucking them at the ladies going in to just get an STI check. Okay. More progressive. So there's people that always stand out front with signs and heckle and all of that stuff.
All right.
So we were thinking, we can't just throw stuff at them.
Yeah.
You can't just go by with water balloons. You can't be. To fix a very hot topic in our country, our plan was to drop stink bombs.
Go the olfactory route.
Oh, exactly. Go, how would a 9-year-old solve this problem?
Follow your nose, man.
Follow your nose, make them barf.
Yeah. I mean, if they're behaving like children, might as well, apply a similar sort of tactic.
Exactly. They're pro-life, and I'm pro-leaving them alone.
Yeah. I just want you to experience all of life, especially your sense of smell.
Yeah.
And sulfur.
All the sulfur. So our plan was we'd go up and then get one of those reusable grocery bags and then put a bunch of sandwiches in there.
Oh.
And be like, hey, we're all for the cause. You're doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
And then drop the bag.
Oh.
And at the bottom there be stink bombs.
There you go.
That would just go off.
I love it.
And then they would try to eat the sandwiches, also be a stinky Sammy.
Yeah.
Not great. And I couldn't be like, no, there's just some weird cheese on. No. I can't fucking do that. So that's what we were going to do. Right?
Okay.
And then I looked it up. Using a stink bomb on someone in the state of Ohio is 3rd-degree assault.
Holy Toledo.
Yep.
Holy Toledo, Ohio.
Holy Toledo, Ohio. You can't make them stinky.
Yeah. Well, we are just south of the river here, so I wonder if it's legal in Kentucky. I mean, I doubt if I know of any.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there is a Planned Parenthood in Covington or Newport.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, there might be some place down by a creek where
No, that's where they have to do them.
Yeah, that's where they are now.
Because of the law.
Because of all the Christians.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know how Jesus liked to help and support people and be there for the poor. But actually, it says if there's a lady who made a mistake, she can't correct it because it's a no-no.
Yeah, but you can yell at them all you want.
All you want, because, that's actually what Jesus did. Mm-hmm. When he walked by the prostitutes, he'd be like, no.
Yeah, he definitely didn't wash their feet or anything.
No. He wouldn't do that. That's not Christ-like. What Christ would want you to do is to yell at him and then evade the government, not pay your taxes.
Yeah.
And then start an LLC. That's what Jesus would want you to do. Jesus wants you to be a better businessman and have 4 starter homes.
Yeah.
To then turn into 8 starter homes.
Yes.
And not have to work a day in your life. Because Jesus ran Airbnbs. Did you know that?
Yes, he was. He was very poor in spirit, but he did own a lot of stock in Spirit Airlines. He was a venture capitalist.
Capitalist for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like fun. I definitely want to hear more about that if it's possible. Oh, we can definitely go a different route and talk more about it off the air. Any non-incriminating things?
No. I'll incriminate myself gladly because then if I get caught, I think it's like a tick. It's like a 3rd degree assault. It's like a misdemeanor or some shit. It'd be a payout ticket. It might be worth it. I don't know. Because dude, when even just people walking their dog walking by, they're yelling at these people.
It's so obnoxious.
It's stupid. It's there are retirees up there. So it's people who have worked all their lives. And then they're okay, well, I've saved up money. Now I can do whatever I want. I'm going to go hold up a sign of an aborted fetus and shame people as they go in when they're just I'm just trying to get rid of this UTI.
Yeah, I'm going to yell at this underage child who's going through the most difficult thing in her life.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's so funny. There was someone, you will appreciate this. Mm-hmm. Someone was holding up a sign as we went by, or Alicia was walking by, and it said, it had a picture of the aborted fetus, and then it said, "This baby never lived, laughed, or loved."
Oh, no way! That needs to be a t-shirt. Could you imagine showing up to a pro-life rally with a dead fetus, never lived, laughed, or loved?
And then it's just the aborted fetus holding a Stanley Tumbler.
Stanley Tumbler aborted fetus. Live, laugh, love.
Oh,
that's got to happen.
That's great. Mark it. We did it. This is I think this is probably the first ever Cincinnati Reds focused podcast who is talking about stink bombing protesters in front of Planned Parenthood.
And then making t-shirts to commemorate it with an aborted fetus holding a Stanley Cup.
A Stanley Tumbler.
Where else are you going to go for this content?
No, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, boy. So, yeah, that's... I have stink bombs, so...
That's good to know. Keep that in the back burner.
Yeah, some always... Yeah, so that's how we'll get the Cubs. We'll get those motherfuckers.
Yes, exactly. They'll make it... We'll hate it even worse, or they will, with the stink bombs. And probably all the Planned Parenthood people shouting.
Yeah. It's also why I cut off most of my hair.
Yeah?
That's why. Just so I can get incognitus.
Ah, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah. No, I was tired of editing these clips and then trying to be like, oh, we're going to promote a new shirt. And it was my hair was all the way down to here, covering up the top of the shirt.
I didn't even notice you got some inches taken off here.
I did. I got 4 billies taken off right here.
Good girl.
Yeah, 8 inches.
Looks nice.
Thank you. I went in and I told the barber, I was like, hey, I cut my hair. I want it shorter length, but don't make me look like Lord Farquaad. And he was like, all right. I was like, great. He's going to make me look like Lord Farquaad.
Yeah. Nope. Instead, just Shrek.
Just Shrek. This is Shrek who still gets the paper version of the Rolling Stone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, and I saw, I didn't watch it, but it was a little too late. There was, on Netflix, I was scrolling through it, and for the seasonal, it had Shrek the Halls.
Oh, yeah.
All Shrek marathon.
Yeah, buddy.
I saw it a little too late, but just throwing it out there. that exists.
That exists.
Shrek the Halls.
Shrek. Did you also see? You know about Shrek raves, right?
No.
What?
No, I don't know about Shrek.
You don't know about Shrek raves?
Who knows about Shrek raves?
I know about Shrek raves.
Okay, lay it on me.
So their venue, you go to a music venue. So Bogarts does this, and what they do is they have someone who's a DJ, right? Obviously. And then there's just Shrek clips playing in the background, and they remix all of the songs from all the Shrek movies and turn it into a giant rave. People dress up like Shrek, Donkey, Fiona.
Oh, dude, man, when they hit All-Star, it's got to go insane.
Oh, dude, imagine that drop.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even do it because I'm just so excited. Yeah, I think there's a Shrek rave coming up in March.
Oh, man, that'd be awesome. Yeah. So get on out there, all you Pat Benatar fans.
What?
Yeah, she's Pat Benatar. She's, what is it? I don't give a damn them a reputation.
Yeah, that's on me. Okay, I shouldn't. I whenever I think of Shrek, I think of Smash Mouth and Leonard Cohen. It's the only time those two Venn diagrams are right on top of each other. Where it's like, how's this work? Oh,
there
Shrek.
we go.
Got it.
So that sounds like fun. It's kind of like a Santa Con. Well, there's got to be Shrek cons, right?
Oh, there's a giant Shrek con in Wisconsin. Why do I just know this?
For all your Shrek trivia.
Oh, dude, I'm a Shrek-anatic. I think so. Shrekmeister, if you will. It's the world's largest Shrek meetup.
You're a Shrekophile. He's a real Shrekophile.
Real Shrekophile.
I gotta warn people when I move in.
So, and what they do is then they have multiple competitions like Best Dressed Shrek, Best Dressed Fiona, Best Ogre Yell.
Oh, that's cool.
Get out of my swamp. Yeah.
Stinkiest feet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Biggest onion.
Biggest onion.
Onion with the most amount of layers.
Weirdest ears.
Yeah. All right. I'll find you some of those clips. They're out there of these Shrekianados.
That one's just like Eddie Murphy contest. It's just Eddie Murphy.
Just Eddie Murphy, who has the tightest leather suit from Raw. They just get away from Shrek.
Yeah, it's all. It just becomes more and more Eddie Murphy stuff. Who can communicate with animals?
Oh, who has got the most accurate Norbit costume?
Who has the best laugh? That's to do the Eddie Murphy laugh. I'm down.
I'm in. So yeah, I'll check the dates and I'll send you some clips and maybe we could do a live pod from the largest Shrek con in the country.
I love it.
Or world, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to transition out of that right into this next topic.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to do off the top of the head. I'll tell you who won't be at the Shrek Con this summer.
You don't know that. I'm going to prevent you.
Damn it.
How can you say that in good confidence?
Because I'm hoping that he's pitching for the Reds this summer.
Yeah.
You really fucked me there.
I know. I left you in a swamp.
God, get out of my swamp.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this transition has many layers.
Yes, it does.
They make you cry. All right.
Well, you guys probably know who we're talking about here.
Here we go. The Reds made a surprise move last week. They said they were done spending money. They said, you know what? No more major signings. Then they go out and sign lefty reliever Brent Suter.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's so exciting. They said they were done with major signings, and they went out and they signed a guy to a 1-year, $3 million deal, and I believe that there is a team option for the second year, if I am correct. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I was really excited and surprised. One, because when they say they're done spending, like I for sure believed them, but the fact that they're still going out and opening up the pocketbook and it's a lefty arm, that's really dope. So they keep adding to what was their biggest deficit of last season. So, I mean, if you're a Reds fan, this is, I can't view this any other way other than exciting.
Yeah, extremely exciting. So it's a 1-year deal, $3 million. And then that's what I thought. 1 year worth $3 million guaranteed. Deal will pay Suter $2.5 million in 2024 and includes a $3.5 million club option for 25 with a $500,000 buyout. So which means no matter what, he'll be getting $3 million. And I'm with you. When you said that they think they're done, we were talking like last week, like dollar scratch-off tickets, $1, $5 scratchies, and being like, all right, minor league invitee to big league camp. Like, this is all it'll be. We're done here. Mm-hmm. And they go out and guarantee a guy $3 million.
Yeah, that's completely unexpected. Really stoked for it. And you think about like how precious the commodity of arms were for the Reds last season. How many people they had to call up just for like a quick stint, drive up 75 and back down because we're just depleted. So, I mean, this is great.
It's huge. And it's another lefty out of the pen. Mm-hmm. Considering last year we traded for Sam Moll. And then before Sam Moll, the Reds only had Alex Young.
Yeah, there really wasn't too many lefty arms in the bullpen at all.
Yeah, and so now you're saying right now there are 3 lefties in the Reds bullpen. Mm-hmm. A massive, glaring hole when they were building this bullpen that far exceeded expectations and held their own for such a long time.
Yeah.
If you looked at it on paper, statistically average or sometimes, below average compared to everybody else in the league. But if you looked at how many innings they pitched and who was doing it, it was impressive. And the only thing that they were really missing that we were thinking of, that they would fix would be a lefty. I didn't expect them to spend this type of money.
No, definitely didn't. Came out of left field, some might say.
Oh,
I know. It's so stupid. I'm going to get out of here.
I gotta go.
No, but I'm stoked about it. It seems like they're, and you got some stuff written down here about this. They're strategically spending the money here because the way this guy's stuff, way his Suter's pitches play could do well at GABP.
I think that he is a perfect fit. A lot of percentages from last year, or percentiles, a lot of percentiles according to Baseball Savant. There were a few that were standing out that have him in the 85th percentile or better. The ones that stood out, average exit velocity, 100th percentile, in a class of his own. Barrel percentage, 97th percentile, and hard hit percentage, 99th percentile. What does that all mean if you don't speak analytics? That means no one's hitting the ball hard, no one's squaring it up, and no one, again, is hitting it hard. It is basically all of the things that you need to be a reliever at Great American Ballpark in one package.
Absolutely. And this will be great to let the good defense play behind him. So I think this is a very quality ad.
It's a huge ad. I mean, this, and the fact that it's soft. It's all soft. That is exactly what you need. The guy does it in a repertoire of a four-seamer and sinker, which he splits half, 30% one time, 30% the other time with the other pitches. And then he throws a changeup and a slider used to throw a curveball, but then when curveballs went out of style, probably around, 2021, when they kind of got rid of a lot of pitchers started getting rid of their curveball and either introducing a slider or trying to develop a sweeper, he already had that slider and changed the shape of it. So, and a lot of it, he has a very funky delivery. Mm-hmm. It goes all the way up, comes all the way back around, and then it's just really long and extends, which is so interesting because, he holds onto the ball for a while, which makes it even more harder for anyone to track or to hit what he's throwing. And since it's spinning as fast as it is, it's not fast, it's spinning, even more difficult. And considering when you would go from him from, say, someone like Graham Ashcraft or Hunter Green, who's throwing 100, 105, and then it's like, all right, here's a lefty whose average fastball was I think it was 87 miles per hour, I want to say. 87.1 miles per hour.
Yeah, just even trying to pick up on that release point is going to be a bit funky. And yeah, like you just said, having a pitcher like Hunter Green, when you're seeing, seeds being thrown in at 100 miles an hour, and all of a sudden you got something that drops, about 20 miles, and then you got to figure out just even how to pick up the ball. That's going to be a great shift. So I do really like that. So I'm not concerned about that, his mile per hour not, topping out too heavy.
No, that doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
And he's also going to be a guy where you're like, this is the second lefty you deploy. There's your depth, because Sam Moll is your high leverage lefty. And then you go, who's right behind that? Suter. So that's a really big help, because then it also bumps down Alex Young to that third spot of lefties who can come out of the pen. And like Alex Young a lot, but he was inconsistent last year and also got hurt. So, everyone's going to get hurt. Brent Suter was on the IL for 3 weeks. So with a oblique strain, it happens. But you can depend on this guy whose career ERA is 3.84. And that's between starting and relieving. Mm-hmm. You know what he's going to give you. Whereas Alex Young, where you were like, he still has 3 years arbitration left. He's in his early 30s. He's bounced around from club to club. The Reds unlocked something in him. But you are getting a known quantity when this guy walks through the door and goes out of the swinging gates in the bullpen.
Yeah, I dig it.
I dig it a whole lot. Also, one of the things that's interesting, I'm just so excited that this is now shifted for the Reds in the front office. Mm-hmm. This is shifted from this would be a major signing during the rebuild years. This would be a major signing last season or 2022.
Yeah.
And now this is business per usual for the Reds. This is what they consider a minor signing.
That's awesome. What they did last year is they completely elevated the floor to now this sort of signing where, as you said, it would have been a big deal. Now it's just par for course moving forward. So now it feels like we're a lot more on the offensive with these signings.
Yeah, and keeping up with the Joneses in the division, like St. Louis going and rebuilding their entire starting rotation.
Yeah.
And them saying they're done, but they're done with their starting rotation. Who knows what they're going to do with their bullpen and who else they're going to add. And same with the Cubs. The Cubs aren't even close to being done, especially with signing Iwamaga and Cody Bellinger's still available and Josh Hader. It's like, if you want to keep up with this division and you create this window and you do a full rebuild and now it's your time to compete and you believe it's now, these what used to be big things have to become extremely little.
Yeah. You got to go at least tit for tat for everyone in the division.
Exactly. And this gives me so much hope for moving forward too. So, and especially if they're viewing it like this, that means they might pull the trigger on something bigger at the trade deadline. If there are problems that they know and they foresee. What's really cool too, Brent Suter finally gets to play for the Reds after playing his high school baseball here for Moeller. And I went to middle school with him.
Pretty cool.
It was cool. Cool
Yeah.
guy. It's crazy. We're the same age, and he's a professional athlete, and I am not. So, I'm not.
Yeah, it's wild looking at people's ages now. Oh, goodness gracious.
Where it's like, man, this guy's a sturdy veteran, and I'm like, well, I'm sturdy.
I am 2 years older than him. This grizzled old veteran.
I think he's like 4 months older than. No, he's like 7 months older than me. But,
Yeah.
So one thing I also like about him is that he is a funny dude.
Really?
He has some clips. He has his nickname that was given to him when he was with the Brewers was the Velociraptor.
Okay.
And he would go around the clubhouse and go, just go up to people. He would crash interviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he's a great interview. So,
Love it.
So I'll have to send you some stuff so you can hear it. But he's great. Also, used to be a starter. Like, who knows if the Reds are in a pinch again? Be like, do you want to stretch out and try this again? And I would say no. I'm hungry, but he's a professional athlete.
Yeah. I'm a Velociraptor. Let me do it.
The Velociraptor in Redzilla.
Woo, that's dangerous.
Buddy boy, I'm in. So, one thing that was interesting about someone who the Reds signed that is a weak contact ground ball machine like Brent Suter, another weak tosser. Well, not really a weak tosser. A ground ball guy got signed. Marcus Stroman, 2 years, $37 million to the Yankees.
Yeah, that's a bit surprising.
Who would have thought?
I know, considering, his history on social media with them. But, Billy, you're a bit more... You know what's going on here with Stroman. You talk to Stroman more than what I do.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, we're friends. Dude, he's been calling out the Yankees on Twitter for years. Because, he started in Toronto, then went to the Mets, and then Chicago. And so, being neighbors for the Mets, he'd call them out. And, one of the things that he tweeted was, Yankees have... This is on November 16th, 2021. Yankees haven't won a World Series since 2009. They routinely motherfucker.
This is all Marcus Stroman's misspellings. He's just quoting verbatim.
Yeah, thank you for...
Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah.
This is all in there, too.
Yeah, this is crazy how this is such a tweet. Yankees haven't won a World Series since 2009. They routinely spend more than other team... I swear to God, that's what it says. They routinely spend more than other team and acquire the biggest names at every trade deadline. They spend the way they spend and players they get should result in much more progress, much more success than they've had. You don't agree?
Little shit stir.
Little guy getting after it here. And then Jared Karabbas said, I have a take. Marcus Stroman is going to be the steal of the offseason. Teams that have a need for pitching and don't bid on him are going to wish they did. This is October 21st, 2020. Marcus responded because Jared tweeted Brian Cashman direct quote that said, quote, he's not a difference maker, and quote, he's never going to forget that. Pretty crazy. And then Stroman says, besides Cole, there's no current Yankee pitcher who will be anywhere in my league over the next 5 to 7 years. Their pitching always folds in the end. That lineup and payroll should be winning World Series left and right, yet they're in a drought. LOL.
It was funny because even though it was a little dicey, his initial statement, he still was playing the line like maybe he's just being devil's advocate, and it's like, nope, all in, fuck them. I'm better than all of them.
I'm better.
At least 5 to 7 years.
In 5 to 7, this is going to be my peak, and then this is when he just hangs it and leaves it all on the table. This tweet will continue to age unbelievably well. LOL. So what's great is that was October 21st, 2020 is the Cole statement, right?
Okay.
Then he follows it up by saying this tweet will continue to age unbelievably well. LOL. Shoulder shrug. November 9th. Is that a 9 or 8? Yeah, November 9th, 2021. Motherfucker went back over a year and was like, I'm going to stir the pot again.
Yeah, why not?
I'm like, dude, MLB needs more shit stirs like this.
Yeah, in a quality way to where it's not, there's some people that are really egregious and obnoxious with it, but like a little bit like this. Come on, it's just the off season, baby.
Yeah, he's just doing a little trolling, just trying to amp up, maybe that's somehow some dudes need to motivate themselves that way.
Yeah.
So that way when they're like pumped up, they'd be like, so what were you thinking about out there? And he's like, I got receipts.
Yeah, if I fail here, you guys are gonna, dog me for the rest of my career. So yeah, some people probably do use this as like a little benchmark motivation.
Yeah.
Or it could just be like a good business strategy of being able to get like your future employer just well, hey, what's your take on this? Now you have to have, now you're in the conversation.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And he inserted himself in that conversation by saying, I want to pitch for the Yankees. Mm-hmm. As a man who is from Long Island, sure makes sense to be like, I'd like to go pitch for the Yankees. I've already pitched for the Mets. Why not?
Yeah.
Go across town and go hurl for the Yankees. Mm-hmm. They could use a guy like me. And guess what? They were like, yeah, we could probably do that. We should probably do that. And he's like, sure, here we go. 2 years, $37 million with a vesting option in 2026. Where that'd become an $18 million player option if he reaches 140 innings in 2025. So
cool,
pretty interesting. Would you have done that deal if you were the Reds?
I know I give this answer a lot, but because it's not my money, it's very easy for me to say yes. But for Stroman, I don't think I would have, just because one, I think that money wise, we're going to be a bit more particular about how we're diversifying the funds that we're using, because I think we need more of a quantity of arms.
Yeah.
As well as I think I'd rather between personalities, between a Stroman who's kind of showing to be a shit stirrer versus having someone that's a fun velociraptor. I think we need more velociraptor energy in our clubhouse. Nothing against Stroman, but I just think he's a better fit for the Yankees than the Reds.
I agree. And I don't think that number would have been on the table for the Reds.
No.
Because he opted out of a $21 million deal with the Cubs. And then he took, 2 years, 37 to go play for the Yankees. I don't think, that just doesn't translate. I understand that, Yankee Stadium is as homer friendly as Great American Ballpark, but you're still pitching in New York City. Mm-hmm. You're pitching close to your childhood home. There's a lot of variables in there that make me think, all right, well, that's why he went and did it. And he's pitching for a team where he talked so much shit. Mm-hmm. And then they went out and traded for Juan Soto in the offseason. And he's like, I could be the missing piece that you don't have. And considering he's going to be playing with Juan Soto after mocking him last season, how fun is that?
I think it's be pretty cool, And he was even calling out the Yankees. He's like, yeah, like you said, maybe I am the missing piece. So, and it's also like playing for the Yankees. That's a feather in your cap. Everyone knows. People all across the world know who the Yankees are. So,
well, and also he tweeted a photo of him as a kid wearing a Yankees jersey. That's like that cool shit. Like when they signed Garrett Cole, like they were posting photos of him wearing his Yankees gear, being there for the World Series in 1998. Like, the kind of stuff where you're like, man, baseball's so cool.
Yeah, it's tough to battle nostalgia, so I can understand why the Yankees have a bit more of an allure for him.
Well, and also just achieving your dreams, as a kid. Like if you have a childhood dream of playing professional baseball and you want to play for your team that you root for and you watch, it's pretty cool that he gets to go do it. I just get to talk about how I fart in your basement.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
And talk about the team that I like to watch, because this was the year. This was it, 2024. I decided It's never going to happen. I'm not going to be an athlete. So
this is the year we really had to talk to him. I'm actually living my fantasies here. This is what I wanted as a child. I wanted to be in a basement talking about Reds baseball with me and my fat buddy. just throwing farts around here. That's all we're doing.
Throwing farts, and who just this year decided is not going to be a professional athlete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
took 34 years.
Mm-hmm.
We did it.
It's not happening.
No, it's not. But these guys are. And Stroman's a great fit. I mean, his profile is similar to Nestor Cortez. Soft contact, a lot of ground balls. I think he's going to have some. He's normally durable. Last year was a little bit of a misstep for him, but durable, dependable, makes 95% of his career starts. That's exactly what the Yankees need after Rodon went down and Nestor went down and just injury after injury for that starting rotation. They needed someone they could bank on, and that's someone that Stroman is trying to get back to. So I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for him. He gets to go do that and all that fun stuff. We also this was a fun little period, as always. It's like you take this clip here, you take this information, you put it into a time capsule, and you bury it in the backyard for about 2 to 4 years. Because the International Signing Day was today, Monday, January 15th. It was today, and the Reds made some moves. Reds signed about 13 folks out of Curacao, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, but there were 2 that stood out above the rest. Number 1 being Adolfo Sanchez, who, according to MLB Pipeline, 5th best international prospect.
Pretty rad.
Really rad. And they came to terms with this dude, 17-year-old, 6'2" center fielder. Guy has an above-average hit tool. Guy can smack. Guy can hit doubles. Guy can hit homers already at 17 years old. That's
pretty cool. And so we'll see how that develops and tracks, over a handful of years here.
Yeah. According to Doug Gray, he said that he could probably, as he gets older and puts on more mass, becomes true athletes like us. I'm back on, baby.
True.
I'm going to be a pro athlete this year. He puts on more weight, becomes, grows into his frame. He could shift from center field to right or left field. He has a pretty swing.
Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
It's just long. It's not long. It's like, it seems like it's long, but it's just the way his barrel moves through the zone and then he snaps back. It's
real slick and pretty.
Cool, buddy. It's creamy. It's a creamy swing.
A very creamy swing there. Yeah, it's really fun getting to watch seeing the clips of some of these younger prospects, and just talking about these names. I remember watching videos like Bryce Harper when he was in high school, and just seeing these things come to fruition, or Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah.
So, this is something where we're going to see reap the benefits of it some years from now. But it's a mystery thing. We don't know who's going to, prosper out of this bunch. But there's a handful of good ones.
Yeah. And then the other one, so that guy was 5th, according to MLB Pipeline. Then they signed Nabel Mariano, 17-year-old shortstop, who's 42nd, according to MLB Pipeline. Guy has more power than contact, according to Doug Gray of Reds Minor Leagues. He can also play shortstop, but again, if he, thickens up, he can move over to third and play it at an average to an above average level. So then we just talked about these 2. We closed the time capsule. We buried it in the backyard, and we'll open it back up in 3 years and see where these boys are. Hopefully they contribute for the Reds. If not, it's still, it's pretty impressive. Their international signings have, they've consistently hit. I feel like every year we're getting a new guy coming up from being like, oh yeah, they signed him in 2018.
Yeah, they have good rapport going on with their international group of people that they have working there, because they do tend to produce a lot of quality players.
Sure. Last year it was Ellie, and then the year before that it was Alexis Diaz. So if you can have, turning one, you could have a superstar or, an elite level pitcher or hitter, fielder, whatever you may, whatever you want to roll with them with. If you can take one of those dudes every year,
have a locked up.
That's impressive. That's a great streak.
Yeah,
because so many of these dudes just don't turn out. So there's one dude who got signed.
And he's a dude.
He's a dude. Vladdy Miguel Guerrero, the son of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the half-brother of Vladdy Jr. This dude is 16 years old. He looks like he's 36 years old.
He's there with his dad holding up his jersey, and it looks like he is the security guard for his father. Like, he looks like he's a tough look. At 16, that's impressive.
That's nuts. And looking at him in the busting out of the white linen, sunglasses inside, at a photo shoot to hold up your jersey. Dude, that's some confidence right there.
He's got a little drip coming down there, too.
Double chains. He looks like he cruises around Sandals resorts and tries to change Cougars' lives.
I can see that. Yeah, he knows his way around a cabana.
Yeah, he's like, I saw 90 Day Fiance. Let's make moves.
I got my penicillin. Let's make the rounds.
Rubber up. Have you seen my muscles? I just flex my chest, and then I just, bam! Guess what? There goes gonorrhea. Bam! Herpes.
Yeah, at least in this photo, dude looks like a unit. So
dude, guy looks like he fucks.
He better.
He's so cool. he looks like he doesn't look like Vladdy's son. He looks more like Lawrence Fishburne's cool son.
Yeah, and he's got like these Matrix 2000 era
glasses.
shades on. He does look like a build a character in a video game.
Yeah.
Where you're just making him just like the coolest dude.
Yeah, this is like 2024 Luke Cage. Like, this is what they're using to reskin for the next Mortal Kombat game. He is very cool. Am I thinking of Luke Cage? Am I thinking of the right guy? The guy who's the buff black dude in Mortal Kombat?
Johnny Cage was the one I think you were saying, but the other one is... No, it's Luke Cage, right?
Is it Luke Cage? Luke Cage is I don't know. My phone's recording. Look, as a baseball podcast making video game fighting references.
Yeah, Luke Cage.
Okay, Luke Cage is the comic book.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of right by saying Luke Cage.
Yep.
I think Johnny Cage is from Mortal
Kombat.
Yeah.
And then were you thinking of the guy with the metal arm?
Yes.
That's okay.
And then that's
who
Mortal
is
Kombat.
metal arm from
Mortal Kombat.
more?
God, you got this. There it is. There it is. Nailed it. And we're thinking of
And it's Vladimir Guerrero. Jax. That's
Yeah, he's definitely Jax or Luke Cage. Either one. He looks like he could beat both of our asses with just one sneeze.
Yeah, he looks like he can beat Jax and Johnny Cage's ass. That's what he looks like.
I love when people also ask, how did Jax get his metal arms? Right underneath. Who originally ripped off Jack's arms?
What happened to his arms?
What happened to his arms? How did he lose his eye?
Okay, we started off the episode talking about my buddy who lost his leg. Now we're on to arms. This is perfect.
This is a great segue here. It's a wonderful segue into our actually with our last subject of the evening, FanDuel. Fucking FanDuel. FanDuel dropped their season win totals for each team and their odds for division winners. The Reds, for the season, their win total is at 81.5. Are you taking the over or the under?
Man, they're going to win over.
I'm with you. They're going to win more than 81.5 games. If they won 82 games last year with Lyon Richardson, Connor Phillips, starting games, not ready for the majors. I'm not discrediting their talent and what they could be, but I'm saying that Lyon Richardson started a game for the Cincinnati Reds, the season ended, and then went to Arizona to play rookie ball. Mm-hmm. If you have replaced that, you've replaced Will Myers. Dude, you don't have Luis Cessa starting the season for you in the rotation? You're telling me 81.5? I'm going like 86, 87, but we'll do that later.
Okay.
In the year. But I'm taking the over, the 81.5. Same. Now, here's where it gets disrespectful. To win the division, the Reds are at plus 400, where they have, in order, Cardinals, Cubs, Brewers, Reds, and then in last at plus 2,500, the Pirates.
Yeah, where are they getting these numbers from? This seems ridiculous. Were you watching the same teams we were?
I don't think so. They're also probably thinking to themselves, well, the Cubs aren't done spending.
I can see that.
But But the Cardinals, like, do you really think that Lance Lynn would put them over the top to go from last in the division to first?
Yeah, I don't see where that's coming from. That's just like that old thought of like, oh, the Cardinals, they'll be good.
Yeah, they're banking on the St. Louis Devil magic.
Yeah.
We can't count them out for so long.
Yeah, a bunch of old heads making these numbers here.
Dude, there's so many things that have to go right for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I just don't think, like, it's very disrespectful. They don't believe that the Reds are going to be as good as what they are and weren't as good as what they were last year. And they're still just remembering a different Cardinals team. This is not that division anymore, at least not for the foreseeable future.
No. Ever since Yadier Molina retired, they're not going to be the same team. I suppose he's coming in like a bench role, which that's kind of scary to help with the culture. But overall, like, dude, you're telling me that even the Brewers are going to have a better record.
That's nuts. I mean, I can see them saying the Brewers just based upon last season, but then again, it's just like, well, then if you're basing upon last season, how the hell are you putting the Cardinals and the Cubs above the Reds?
Also, the Brewers haven't done shit. They've just gotten worse.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how they're making these numbers up here, but it just doesn't seem to hold weight to, or be attached to reality.
No, it's silly. It's foolish. And if I were someone, I would go and take those odds now before anything else changes.
Think we should?
Oh, I'm going to when I get home.
Yeah, okay.
I'm telling you. You know what? I think I might put the mortgage on it. That's what I'll do.
I don't see why not.
Don't see why not.
Not my money.
It's responsible. So, all right, well, let's round third and head for home. Shall we?
Let's do it.
What do you got?
Let's see. Let me just plug we'll plug Future Science. It's going to be in March, at the end of March. We'll have a date on that. I believe it's March 24th, but we're going to start working towards bringing that show back. So, guys, coming out to Motor for Future Science. We're going to try to start doing that every month. Also, we'll say thank you to all the Dodgers fans who climb it in the comments, just being total winners. We really appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Thanks for the hate watch and giving us numbers and just making you mad. Oh, what was really fun was that guy who commented on our Trevor Bauer clip. He said that we were both fat and stupid and that we didn't know what we were talking about. I will accept being fat. I will accept being stupid. But if there's one thing I know baseball. So you can take that and shove it, bud. Take that.
Take it.
Take it.
Take it out of my fat butt and shove it up yours.
Expand your hole in horizons.
Yeah. We
don't know what we're talking about. Okay.
And all the Dodgers fans talking about, I don't see what the problem is with all these deferred payments.
Yeah, I have no idea. They're just like, you're just jealous. And I'm like, I'm not jealous. I just think it's fraudulent. I think that it shouldn't be in the game. And I think that it is, again, the purest form of late-stage capitalism. Buy now, pay later.
Yeah. It seemed like a bunch of like rich people arguing for like, I don't see why we can't just have a flat tax rate.
Well, why couldn't we do that?
As they're polishing off their like monocles.
Penning their designer bulldogs.
Yeah. But thanks for watching, Dodgers fans.
Yeah,
Billy, what do you got going on?
Also, the thing with the Dodgers, sorry, I just thought of this real quick.
Oh, you're fine.
It's just how Ronald Reagan would run the Dodgers. Look what he did to the economy in the 80s and how it boomed for so long and then fucked us over from, since he left office in 1988 until 2024. The imprint of what he has done is right here, and this is exactly what he would do with the Dodgers. Get the fuck out of here.
I stand by that.
Thank you. He was the governor of California, so it also checks out. And he's dead as fuck.
Very true.
Me, coming up. Next Tuesday morning, I leave for Las Vegas. The tailgate sports licensing trade show. I'm very excited to be there. And then I land Saturday morning at 6 a.m., go home, take a little nap, wake up, show with the Comet. 2 shows featuring for Simon Taylor.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun.
That'll be super fun. And then February 7th and 8th, I will be featuring a Commonwealth Sanctuary. So come on out for that, too. It'll be super fun.
It will be.
And then February 22nd, I'm starting a show at Second Sight Distilling. Or Second Sight Spirits. I apologize. Second Sight Spirits. It's in Ludlow, Kentucky. It's a very cool spot. Can't wait. for y'all to come out and see that. It's a very, very cool space.
Nice. And that's kind of close to me. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. I'm just trying to get closer to you. Anyway,
Hey, come on in, baby.
so let's round it around here. Let's thank you to Sports Drink for hosting the audio of this. We appreciate it. Thank you to In the Clutch. Check out intheclutch.com for all your MLBPA t-shirt needs and your fun little Hot Market NFL shirts. So you're like, man, my team isn't in it. I'll wear a dumb, quirky Bills shirt. We have it.
Now's the time.
Now's the time. We have one that says Buffalo Bobsled for the tush push they do.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's super fun. That's my brainchild for this one. So yeah, promo code Nasty Boys, all caps, 10% off. And thank you for having me in the fart dunge.
Hey, anytime, brother.
Shoot the shit, all that good stuff. And yes, I am wearing a GoPuff hat. Why am I wearing a GoPuff hat? Because I love GoPuff.
I do not know what a GoPuff is.
Yo, you don't know what a GoPuff is? GoPuff is a company. What they do, you download the app.
Okay.
You get on there, and then you order whatever you need. They've got drinks, snacks, medical supplies, anything that you can think of. Cigarettes, vapes.
Oh, is this more like a corner store sort of purchases?
Imagine if you could take a bodega and make a giant warehouse. And then, instead of going to that giant warehouse, what happens is you order it on your phone, someone pulls it from that warehouse, puts it in their car, drops it off at your house.
That's great. Although, now I kind of want to go to this giant bodega. That sounds awesome. They have a bunch of bodega cats running around.
That's actually that pools all those items is all the cats.
Little bodega cat?
Little bodega cats are putting them to work. And like, meow, Coors Light, meow. And they just throw it in a dairy, meow, kombucha, meow.
Vape juice, meow.
Jewel pods, meow. It's so, and then they drop it off your house. It's awesome. It's great. And then Max Fine, actually his first GoPuff order, got a hat left in my house. It's a great hat.
Nice.
That's all like great hat, great company, and rip a read for you. GoPuff sponsor us. That was a shameless pitch. GoPuff, we need you. Mm-hmm. I need you. You saved me during the pandemic. You need GoPuff. This is super fun. You can be wherever, and they'll just drop it off to you.
Oh, really? You don't have to have an address or anything?
You just can set an ad. Yeah, all you have to have is your ID. So we were at Washington Park during the pandy, and we were like, oh, we're out of booze. So we just GoPuffed more booze to the park.
Living in the future.
It's incredible. And I just showed him my ID, and then we just put it by a tree. This is not legal. And then just started chugging seltzers and kept playing wiffle ball.
I like it. GoPuff, please sponsor us.
Please sponsor us. I won't do anything illegal like that.
I will.
He will. I won't. So, and thank you for watching. You know watching.
You got it.
Watching, listening, all of that good stuff. And as always, go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.